The worker rate, are we seriously paying nothing? Are they on strike? I feel like we need to pay our workers more than nothing. Let's pay them something, right? Is this... That's not illegal. That's not legal, surely. Hello and welcome back to Plutocracy. Today we're going to be doing a challenge. Yes, that's right. There are challenges in this game. There are, I believe, 5 challenges, most of which are currently in development, so we can't actually play those, but what we can do is we can play episode 1, which is the pursuit of Rockefeller. Yeah, it is the easy level challenge, but let's jump in and give it a go and see if we can achieve it. It might not be as straightforward as it sounds. In 1870, John Davidson Rockefeller founded the Standard Oil Company and ran it until his official retirement in 1897. During this time, Rockefeller achieved significant success. Standard Oil controlled up to 95% of all oil refining in the United States. Follow the path of the first American billionaire, and you may even be able to surpass him. Well, doesn't that sound exciting? So, our challenge objectives today are to reach a fortune of $1 billion. And also do that by 1897, so by the time the real John Davidson Rockefeller retired. We also need to control 80% of the oil production market by that time. And we also, if possible, should make sure that the federal law on the restriction of the activities of monopolies is repealed by 1897. So basically, by the time we reach retirement, we should be rolling in it. And as we head into this challenge, whether you're new to the channel or maybe you've been watching in the shadows, lurking, and one of those many people who watch but haven't subscribed, maybe consider subscribing, like, comment and share, all those wonderful things. Let me know that you're enjoying the content, and it'll keep me going and making more videos like this. Okay folks, we start the game with our beautiful portrait on the wall, but that doesn't look like us. That looks like Jone Stonefaller, the rip-off version of Rockefeller. But yes, we start as Jone Stonefaller. We start with a company with $100,000 in hand, cash in hand, and shares to, of course, not the Standard Oil Company, but the normal oil company. We own 100% of the shares. We have a decent level of skills by the looks of things. We start with. Do we start with 6 experience points? Yeah, we start with them like pre-invested or pre-installed. Let's say. So our bookkeeping is top notch right from the get-go. We have some etiquette. We have some influence or eloquence, I should say. Yeah, so it's all looking pretty dandy. These are the achievements, or the mission objectives, I should say. So the first mission objective, of course, is to reach a fortune of $1 billion by 1897. So I think yeah, this is potentially wrong, but yes, $1 billion, it says right here. We also need to control 80% of oil, but these are side quests. So I suppose as long as we get the main quest done, it doesn't really matter if we achieve the side quests. So we're going to try our best to achieve the side quests as well as the main quest. At the moment, we control a measly 0.09% of the 80% that we need to control at the beginning of the game. But we do have a sizable fortune, 2.53 mil to begin with. That is sort of represented by this $284,000 that we're getting in every ruddy quarter. So we start off in a pretty good position. I wouldn't really complain about that at all. The question is, where on earth do we ruddy start? I think possibly what we need to do is start by optimizing our company that we've currently got here. We probably want to hire a CEO, and we probably want to appoint ourselves as the CEO of the company, right? We're only a 3-star economist, but I think we can probably do a good enough job. What can we focus on? If we have a look at our expenses, I bet you the biggest expense, oh, it's just salary, is it? Okay, salary fund. So, and we do have taxes that we need to consider. We've got, of course, expenses here. We don't have any raw material costs. We do have logistics costs. So $484,000 worth of logistics costs. So, I think this is logistics. Yeah, let's put some effort into reducing the cost of logistics, because I think that is going to have a good effect on our overall profitability. I'm also going to up the work plan to 200%. Let's have a look at this strike risk. I probably want to increase the wages so that I don't get a strike, but I still want my income to be positive. So that's pretty good. 430,000 income. At the moment we're paying more and people are producing more, but that's just dropped. So this seems to be the optimum. So that takes the strike risk right back down. So we're paying a lot more money to our staff, but we're earning a lot more money as well. So net, it's all pretty good. We do have 500,000 in reserve to start with, which is absolutely brilliant. So we can start off by, can we get a big building? No, we can get a medium-sized building. Can we get a loan? Because if we took out a loan for some amount of money, then we would be able to expand, and we'd double the size of the company really quickly. So we just go down for a big building. But we it's funny, it's as if they've put enough money in the coffers exactly for us to build a medium building right off the get-go. So I'm going to do that straight away. And look at that, we've got an increase in our cash generator price here. And that has given us another star, which is very nice indeed. Research, I think we'll keep where it is. Dividends, I need to think about this. I think I would rather that our net worth in this company grows quickly so that we can start buying shares from this company. So I might stick the dividend size down to 40% just so that the reserve of this company starts to build up, and then we can start buying shares in this company here, which I think is probably the thing to do. We've actually got, you know what, we've got 100k there. Let's just stick everything into that company. We are somehow making £609 or $609. So I don't know where that's come from. Oh, there you go. We're earning a salary. Very good indeed. I'd forgotten that we'd appointed ourselves a CEO and we we're going to get paid a salary. So fantastic. We do have this other star. If we put that into management, the CEO would develop the company more efficiently, and we are the CEO, so that might be one to go for. Or we could go for trading. I think I'll go for trading, just to have a more efficient start here. And then, all things being equal, this is pretty much the same as a normal game now, where you start with without any benefits. So starting with just 100,000 in your hand, and when you start with just 100,000 in your hand, there is a really nice way of oh look, we're so profitable. There's a really nice way to build up your reserves really quickly. And if we go to, oh no, this might be an issue, is finding the right person to talk to. But we do have Joshua Cooper here. What we're going to do is we're going to make a deal. We're going to buy the shares of this company, and then we're just going to sell them on for a profit. How are we going to do that? We're going to insist on the price. So this guy is being a bit cheeky at the moment, but that's exactly what I wanted to do. Knock him right down. I'm going to agree to that offered price. Very good indeed. That gives us technically a profit, right? So that was a big company to begin with. If we have a look at the good old stock exchange now, we don't want to trade in normal oil. So normal oil shares have fallen drastically. That's because we've just built a big building. Salary oil though, if we have a look at this, our shares are currently worth $187,000, which is more than we paid for. which shouldn't be a surprise. One share on the stock exchange apparently. Okay, 228. That's interesting. We're not going to touch that. I don't know what is there. 2 pieces there. Oh, there's more shares there. We just don't have money to pay for them. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip these shares for extra money. So we've got 187,000 of them worth of them, and we can just sell these just for a profit straight up. So I can just do that, and then our initial balance there of 100,000 has become 188,000. So that was pretty nice. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Let's go back to salary oil. Is it celery oil? Celery oil? So we could speak to Brian Richardson. They don't require any influence to talk to, so we're not actually wasting our influence when we do this. So we can talk to them, and we could buy their shares as well. So now we're buying more shares. Let's try and get a good deal. It all kind of like depends on the deal that we manage to get. I'm going to insist on that price again. We do have a risk that we're gonna offend, but we're going to continue to compromise just to try and get a better deal. We're not getting one, so we'll just agree there. And that should be a $28,000 profit on that lot of shares. What we could do though is play around with the management screen here. So as we can see, they can hire a lot more workers. So let's see if they will vote to have more workers, and they will. Will they also vote to increase the work plan? I always try and knock it right up to the top, but yeah, they will. And let's have a look at income. So minus 332 there. Minus 5. Yeah, so I think that'll give us net income. So yeah, what we've done there is make the company just look a bit more appealing, and in doing so, we should have, if we go back here, celery oil should have driven the price up. So now those shares are worth 110,000 more, and we can just simply sell those. So what we're doing right at the beginning of the game, on only the 3rd of January, is that we're share flipping, and we've turned our initial investment of 100,000 into 275,000, and it's very simple to do, and you don't really have to manipulate the price like this to do that. All you really need to be able to do is buy off of the shareholders of those companies for a price lower than the stock exchange price, and then sell in the stock exchange, and you will make a profit. So that's kind of like that's our opening gambit, I suppose. Let's do it in multiple businesses as well. Let's maybe invest in this bank temporarily. Yeah. At the moment, I'm just going to be doing all of this for myself, just to build up my personal capital. And then towards the end of the quarter, we will try and find a company that we can just put our money into and wait for a nice payout. Okay, looks like we've just made another deal here. Very good one as well. Artist oil. So let's all look at this, and we've even fulfilled an ambition. That that opens up new possibilities. We can now maybe take the provoker, which might make our little schemes even more exciting. At the moment, we are making a decent amount every turn without our company being involved. But let's go back to the stock exchange. So the shares that we just bought at Artist Oil, we made a $327,000 profit apparently. So things are looking pretty good. And there we go. We get Speculator as an achievement. So apparently we've now earned $679,000 from trade. Reminding you that this is currently day 5 of our campaign, and we've changed our $100,000 into $779,000. So I think we're doing okay, quite at the moment. We do have another star as well, and I'm tempted to put it straight into trading so that we get a better price. We're still only dealing with people that that want to sell their shares. So we haven't lost any influence yet. Let's have a look at Wizard Inc. We might not be able to deal with anybody here. Although this person only needs 13.5 influence to deal with. So let's see if we can buy some shares off of them for yourself. Let's up that. Start the negotiations. Okay, let's go for... Shall we insist? We'll insist and we'll risk a problem. Then let's go for a compromise. Okay, and at this stage, because it's below the stock market, I will agree, which is very nice. And there you go, consummate diplomat. I was going to say diplomacy then, but diplomat. We have conducted 5 negotiations. That's yet another star, which of course I'm going to put straight into trading because we're going to be buying a lot of shares from people. I'm also going to go to the stock exchange here, and we can make an easy 100k by selling these shares. There we go. So we're now up to 889,000. Let's find more shares to flip. We might be able to deal with one of these guys again. So we can deal with Samuel Butler now. So let's deal with Sam. And each time we do this, we are increasing the amount that we're going to be putting into the trade. We do risk annoying people by doing this, but it's worth it to see that big increase in our initial capital very quickly. So I'm going to agree at this point. Very good, and this is a potential 153,000 increase in profits. So there we go, celery all. We'll sell those off. So now we're at 1.24 mil. So that's been quite quick, hasn't it? We've taken that initial 100k and turned it into over a mil in 7 days. This is maybe a broken strategy. I'm going to keep going a little bit and just build up my money just a tad. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is head over to the person search, and we're going to see if there's anybody I can give a loan to. So now I've got over a mil in the bank. Of course, I'm not going to spend it all. But I'm going to see if there's any ambitions that I can fulfill. I don't really want to sponsor any politicians just yet, but if I can give out some cheap loans, I'm looking to find some agents that I can use to manipulate the stock price. But I don't want to give out way too much money. We might lose this money, and that's fine. The whole purpose of this is to get agents. Not anyone that we really wanted, although this Frank Silverstone, the financier, will allow our company to avoid taxes for a quarter. So I might do that. Let's have a look at the amount they want. Okay, this is a 25k loan, so we'll fulfill their ambition. And that's exactly, well, annoyingly, I want both of these people. I want the pianist, who can stop a strike immediately after it starts, and I want the broker as well, who can manipulate quotes. So I think I'll go for the broker. And actually, that might just be enough for now. So let's have a look at one of our large companies in this state with a big market cap. Celery is the biggest, I suppose, at the moment. We need to wait a little while before we can talk with these guys. We need to wait until the 14th of January for him, 13th of April for that one, 13th for Jan again for that one there. So let's wait just a little. So the market, yeah, his market share is 4.45. So we can wait a little while for that one. Okay, so Brian Richardson is now available again to speak to. Yeah, 4.4 mils worth of shares. This one's got 4.5. Either of these would be kind of good to talk to, apart from this. The loyalty, not great. And what have we got here? Fearless. Whew. Yeah, fearless, and he's selective. So we do have enough reputation, so he will talk to us, which is good. But yeah, either of these 3 characters is fine to talk to, but for some reason I feel like, oh yeah, because the delay, in being able to talk to this person. We need to speak to one of these ones. So we're going to speak to Brian. We're going to speak to Brian. But actually we're not. We are, but we're not. First. There we go. There's the problem. We need more influence. I've banked an agent for later. Let's see if there's any company we can do it to. So in order to use we use an agent on a company in order to manipulate something, and it looks like all of the big companies here require you to have a lot of influence to be able to use an agent on them, which is kind of a shame, because it would be nice to test out the manipulations just a little. But that's fine. We're not far off. We will mess around with that a bit later on. For now, let's just continue to buy more shares off of these people. Well, that seems like a pretty good deal to me, so I'm going to agree to that. And we can get a pianist, which is fantastic. And we've got the Wishmaker 5 out of 15, which is good. So that means we've got another star to spend. I'm going to put that into eloquence so that we can trade more often. Right, back to the stock exchange. We have made a killing at celery oil, so let's sell as many shares as we can there. It's going to take a few times to do now, but there we go. We have now earned 2.34 million from trading, which is pretty darn good. And we've got another star, so that's pretty nice. Let's spend our star now. I'm not sure where to spend it. Eloquence is always a good one. Psychology is a great one, because it means we can use less influence. It looks like we already have planning to reduce the number of days between trades, which is good for what we're doing at the moment. I'll put it into eloquence, because the more negotiation rounds we have, the more chance we have of having a good deal. Let's deal with this guy, and let's try and get a good deal from them. I think we're gonna get a really good deal. Looks like we definitely have, so let's agree to that. So that's 3.31% of that company, which is pretty darn good. But what I'm more interested in is that sweet $2 million profit we just made. It's going to take a while to sell back these shares though, so we need to be mindful of the price we paid and the bid price. And as long as we're getting more than the bid price, then we're good. And we are swish. Absolutely fantastic. That takes us up to 4.25 mil. Not bad for month 1 of the game. Okay, back over at celery oil, and it looks like we've just made a killing. We've also fulfilled this guy's ambition. I'm gonna get maybe a pointless headhunter, maybe a not pointless one for later on. Let's have a look at the stock exchange there. That's a fair amount of profit that we've just potentially made on this company. We could even wait to see if the share price goes up a little. That might be worth it. So the bid price is currently 237. Let's track that. I'm gonna change that to the bid. Yeah, there you go, 237. Let's see if that goes up at all. Okay, it looks like 239 is probably the maximum of what we can get there. So I'm going to go ahead and just sell my shares at that level. That puts us up at speculator 3 out of 3. We've made over $5 million speculating on the stock exchange, so that's pretty darn good. We will hit a new quarter soon, so 234, is that good enough to sell? 238, we'll sell at that level. Very good indeed. So we're up to 6.7 mil. 6.7 mil in the first quarter of the game. Can't really say fairer than that, can you? I mean, I can say fairer than that. I just did. We've also got this new star to spend, and where are we going to put this star? Possibly in etiquette. I'm worried I'm going to start ruffling some feathers, so I'm going to pop it there in etiquette. What's this newspaper article? Pennsylvania state and lower house elections have been completed. Absolutely fantastic. One thing that I haven't checked out, which we should probably do, is have a look at the tax screen. And oh boy, corporation tax currently at 7%. I think that's the lowest it can go. Income tax though, that could be a bit better. Could have a better income tax. not to worry. We've got plenty of cash. We're going to invest all of that cash pretty soon. Essentially, the plan for, I think pretty much the plan, is going to be to hoover up all of the shares we can in all of the oil companies just in this state, and then condense them all into normal oil. Make normal oil just a monolith, a massive company if possible. And once it is a massive company, we can then start purchasing oil companies in other states as well. We haven't even considered the other states yet. I keep pressing the map like that. So we're up here. There are all these other places we can go to and get the oil from those places. But we're starting here, and we're starting with these lovely oil production companies. Was it oil production companies we needed to control? Yes, it was. Perfect. Another amazing deal, and I think a very profitable one. Yep, 258,000. And we are a plutocrat already. We've got a wealth of 11 mil. So not bad. We also have the option. Is he a decent politician? Is he anything special? I don't think so. Let's get a marksman just in case we have any pop-ups. If we wait for the quarter to end before we sell, we're going to get a 323,000 income just from that company, which will be pretty good. We have to remember that the company we control 100% of, we are getting 0 dividends from them at the moment. All the money is going straight into the reserve, and in the future we will use this company's wealth to purchase shares in other companies. But at the moment, we just need to build up the coffers. We're also going to spend another star. We're going to put it into etiquette again, so that our diplomacy is right up. Later on, I think we'll put more stars into economics, but for now, diplomacy and diplomacy is where it's at. Okay, that is the end of the quarter. We have $323,000 in our reserves. I'm gonna buy a vase, this amphora to be specific. I need to continuously up my influence rating, and buying stuff at Agatha's is one way to do that. Increases your renown, which increases your influence. So that's definitely something to do. Right, so a bit of purchasing out of the way. We've got shares to sell, and let's just check here. And oh boy, did we make a good move! So these shares are now worth $5 million more than what we paid for them. So that's pretty darn good. And that's all of our shares in that company gone. 11.2 mil in the bank now. So not too bad. This was the effect of us buying and selling, by the way. We did knock them back up towards the end there, but yeah, we've done a good job. Okay, we made a boo-boo in our negotiations, and we're gonna say no to this guy. We risk making an enemy, but it's fine. They're calm. So the lesson here is if you're gonna start doing some risky negotiations, do it with a calm person. They won't care if the deal fails. Okay, I think this is the last guy at Celery Oil who actually wants to sell. So we'll talk to him, and we'll hopefully get a decent price for the shares that he's willing to flog. It's definitely going to be below the stock market price anyway. Let's risk annoying him, and that risk paid off. We'll sign that deal straight away, and that's going to give us another hundreds of thousands of pounds profit. I keep saying pounds. I will use pounds and dollars interchangeably, because to me, money is money. Okay, so we're up to where are we up to? We're up to 14.4 mil. I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing fine. I think we've probably done, I don't want to say for sure, but I feel like we've probably done as much share flipping as we want to do at the moment. We can do more share flipping later. But you know what we can do? We can start buying out other oil companies, because we've got the capital. We can at least buy one. So this place here, Roberts and Partners, I reckon we can probably start chipping away at this. So we do have a couple of people that are going to be difficult to talk to, but we'll start here and we'll work our way up. I will do some risky trades as well. Wow. Yes, risky trades. Let's see if we make an enemy. If we do make an enemy, we do have a marksman, so we might be able to deal with it that way. But we've just about saved ourselves with that guy. We'll come back to that guy later on. Let's move on to Sophia King, and let's see if we can get a good deal from them. Come on, Sophia. We know you want to sell. You don't want to be holding these shares forever. Come on, meet me halfway. Thank you. Very good indeed, and that's kind of profitable as well. So very good about that. I think we now own 21% of this company, which is marvelous. Who should we speak to next? Let's speak to David. We are the Goliath in this situation. We'll insist on the price just to see if we can actually get a below stock market deal. Doesn't look like we're able to. Let's compromise. This could get hairy. It's gonna get hairy. Okay, I'm not gonna make deals with these people if it's gonna leave me in a bad situation. We're not Stonefaller for nothing. We have made an enemy. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Apparently we got the loyal politician achievement then as well, which I don't know why. That was interesting. You're now my enemy. Okay. Well, we'll need to deal with you, won't we? Yeah, they could literally be the thorn in our side for this bit of the campaign. We might be able to just assassinate them. I didn't say that. But yeah, we have the chance here of using an assassin. We'll see if that works. We do have this star that we can spend, so we may as well do that. Our bookkeeping's good. What about our finances? What's the maintenance we're paying at the moment? Only 2k. So maintenance isn't high enough to actually worry about, so we won't worry about it. We'll actually look at something else instead. So let's look at... I'm looking at stars here. Let's look at psychology. Let's reduce the amount of time we have to wait between deals. Sounds very good. And let's see if this assassin pays off. So how long do we have to wait until March the 21st? Oh boy, May the 21st. I thought March was a bit far away. Okay, and here's our assassin. Let's see if he does the job. It's successful. He was injured though, so he didn't actually get killed. That's kind of annoying. I wanted to take him out for good, but it doesn't look like we're able to do that. Maybe we'll try again later on. Oh well. For now, let's speak to this person here and let's see if we can buy their shares now without annoying them. Only looking to make good deals. Let's make a compromise here. Okay. There's only a minor risk of irritation there. Ooh. Okay, now I'll go for a friendly compromise. See if he'll come down any. And he won't. Oh boy. Looks like this isn't our day. Looks like this is our enemy making part of the campaign. Yep. That's 2 enemies. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Not good though. Not good. We are spending influence every time we do this. Let's move on to Jackson. Let's see if we can get a better deal from Jackson. Jackson's going to be pretty expensive by the looks of things. I'm going to insist on the price. It should have a minor irritation risk, but below stock market price seems pretty good. I will compromise. You will probably be irritated here, so we'll agree, and that's very good. We're up to 28%, which isn't too shabby. That gives us exclusive owner as an achievement, which is very nice. We have another star to spend, which I'm going to put into a planning. I wrongly said that psychology was reducing the amount of days. I meant influence. Planning reduces days, psychology reduces influence. Okay, let's continue. So this person is going to be difficult to deal with because they've got the traits that make it so. I'm just hoping that insisting on the price a bit is going to be good enough to try and get him to compromise. And it seems to have been, so that's good. I thought that was going to be more difficult than it was, but maybe not. Okay, and at this point I can't speak to anybody else here, so I'm going to have to wait until I get my influence up. And yeah, maybe we can take David out somehow. Okay, let's have a look at normal oil. Let's have a look at the slice of the pie here. We only have 1.49% of the market in this state, which I think that was the state. Yeah, that's the USA. That's the state. So only 1.49%. It's a titchy company, but what we have just done is built a building. So the expansion has happened. We will of course build another one immediately, and I'm going to build a big building this time. It will cost us more money, but we are definitely going to do it. Yeah, and we'll go to Robertson Partners and we'll try and buy some more shares. Now, we failed before dealing with this guy, but we'll try again. We do have 12 mil in the bank to play with, so hopefully we can find something that's amenable to them. Hopefully he's just going to want to sell immediately, which looks like he has. So couldn't have wished for a better outcome there. Very happy with that. And that gives us another star to put into the another 2 stars. Look at that, 2 controlled companies. Amazing. Well, I guess we should get our economics up. Let's start putting it into management. I think management and management. Develop those technologies and those companies. Very good indeed. Roberts and Partners. We can speak to Jake. Jake owns 30% of the company. Theoretically, we should be able to buy all of the shares that Jake owns. But we'll see. We'll see how much he asks. He's asking a good amount here, but I think we can get a better deal. No, come on. I think we really can have a better deal. Okay, if you insist. There we go. That puts us at 89% of the company. We are now the exclusive owner, which is very good. It gives us another star, which I could put in management again, but maybe I'm not going to. Maybe I'll put it into personnel. That reduced CEO costs for people, for companies where we own like over 50%, I think it is. We just need to get rid of this investor. I didn't really want to merge these companies, but I might have to have a look at doing a takeover, not a merger, a takeover of Robertson Partners here. I will of course be the CEO out of the 2. My salary is really low. That would require that we have 7.89 mil in normal oil, in the reserves of normal oil. I think that would be to pay off the other guy, because we would be buying their shares. So let's have a look at how this company is being run at the moment. They've got 1.45 in reserve, so quite a lot. I'm going to up the dividends to 100% here, which people should be happy with. I'm also going to up the work plan. Why not? Because we may as well get a bit more money out of the place while we're here. Income. Let's pay the staff less, which everyone would agree with, and hire more workers. Very nice. Research. We maybe don't need research. No, we don't need any research in this company. That will reduce the accident risk anyway. And we need to empty that reserve a little bit. So I'm going to go for a company expansion there. I'll go for a big building. Yep. So that's emptied the coffers, at least by a bit. I think I went for a large building, big building. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so that empties the coffers a little to 545,000. Let's have a look and see if that's had an effect on the amount of money that normal oil would need in order to do a merger. So I'll just click through just to get to the thing here, and it looks like we could, oh no, we could do a merger. It's takeover is what I'm interested in, because I want to get rid of the enemy. So yeah, we would still need 7.21 mil. So we'll just have to wait for that to happen. We could perhaps invest some money into normal oil here. If we go to management and we go to issue and buyback of shares, we could just issue shares. So yeah, this seems to be the maximum we can issue at the moment, which would be all bought by us instantly, so we'll do that. And we can possibly do that again a bit later on. That'll just make it a bit quicker to fill our reserves up here. We did build a building, so we'll wait for that to finish. We'll also wait for the building in the other company to finish before we actually merge the two. But yeah, that's good progress. That's definitely good progress. Okay, we did get another star just then. We just bought some more shares and we got into the wealth top rating, so we're now rated in the top 100, I think. I don't know if it'll show us here, but we currently have 27 million out of the 1 billion that we need, so we're making a good headway towards that goal. There are politics things going on here. Oh, rising corporation tax, I don't like the sound of that at all. That's terrible. We also have the chance to buy the head of a boar, which is probably one of these politicians. Come on. There we go. We've paid above the odds for it, but we do have a politician's head or a boar's head stuffed. Okay, looks like we've made another good deal. I'll compromise just on the off chance that this guy is crazy. He is not crazy today. But yeah, nice bit of profit for us. We will up our reputation by us having some dodgy deals. We did lose some reputation, but we do have a good amount of shares at the moment. So we're making 1.35 mil every quarter. So I'm gonna maybe just advance the quarter. We've done quite a bit of share flipping to begin with. So I'm just going to advance to get more money, and then we'll start actually buying out companies. And there you go, Techno Boom, develop technologies, 1 out of 2. Very interesting. I wonder if that's the technology at our normal oil. So we were working to reduce the, yeah, look, we've almost increased that to as much as we can. So we're constantly reducing our logistics costs. I think vertical integration, that's a buzzword. Vertical integration is probably the way to go. I don't know if vertical integration is really fully integrated into the game, but what we should be able to do is buy out the transport companies, and once we control the transport companies, we control the costs that we have, right? Technically that's how it works, but I'm not sure if that's implemented in the game at all. We do have another star because yeah, we just seem to have stars all the time. Let's plonk that into psychology. Make our influence go further. We have an argument. So we attended a social event organised by Chase Gonzalez. In the middle of the evening, a verbal altercation began between Miguel Williams and Chase Gonzalez about a long-standing conflict. Judging by the details of the dispute you heard, you realise that Miguel Williams, loyal to you, was wrong. Oh dear. So we can use our expertise here to try and reconcile both parties, which would lead to either 0 consequences or an increase in reputation with Chase. So we'll go ahead and we'll try that. It might fail, but if it does, that's nothing at all. But yeah, it seemed to have passed, so that's really good. We did waste influence though, which is kind of sad. There's an accident here at Normal Oil, and I can only assume that our enemy is the one who's made that happen. I'm going to go for a bribe, because bribing is definitely the way forward. I could accompany the inspector. That's got a 71% chance of succeeding without damaging our reputation. But if we bribe the inspectors, we'll lose money, but not nearly as much as if we just accompany them around on an inspection. So we'll go for the bribe. There we go. We went for the bribe. You managed to buy off the inspectors. Having received the bribe, the inspectors found no violations. The accident investigation was terminated. Absolutely fantastic. That's exactly the type of thing I want to see. But we do have an accident, which is bad. So well, we've got 18 workers, but we do have 1 mil going into reserve, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so we've got a little bit more cash. We're going to try and buy Fumbalink, this bank. We're going to do it with our own money, but we should have enough cash to buy out at least one person at a time. So let's do that. Hopefully we can get a vastly lowered price as well. We'll insist. I don't insist all the time, but we will this time. I think I'll just agree because it is a decent price. That gives us 21%, not too shabby. And we will. What will we do? Let's get a marksman. We can always try again at our enemy, and then we wouldn't have to. We wouldn't have to. Is he still out of action? Yeah. Do we have enough influence to do this? We do. Yeah. Let's see if we can actually kill him this time. Okay, our assassin's at it again, and it is successful. What's happened? He has died. Amazing. A well-aimed shot reached its goal. David Bryant will not cause any more problems. Perhaps their heir would be more accommodating. Well, let's hope so. Let's really hope so. After all of that, let's have a look. Roberts and Partners. They have a share stake of $734,000. So let's see if we can buy those shares. If we can, it means we wouldn't have to do a merger. I'll compromise. We'll be paying him above the odds, but it'll be worth it. Oh wow, let's compromise again. I think he doesn't understand the meaning of compromise. Okay, he's getting there. He's getting there. See if he gets it now. There we go. Very good indeed. We now have 100% of a second company, which is mighty fine. Now I don't have to actually have to merge them. So to keep this company safe and definitely not bankrupt, I'll take the dividend size down. Let's say 75%. So we're still making a decent whack from it. I've already messed around the worker rate. Are we seriously paying nothing? Are they on strike? I feel like we need to pay our workers more than nothing. Let's pay them something, right? Is this? That's not illegal. That's not legal, surely. I will pay. They're 50. No wonder their strike risk is so high. Yeah, let's take that up. I will make it less profitable, but I don't mind. It's only 10%, 9%. All this money coming off the bottom line. There we go. I think about maybe about 5%, 6%. All right, 6% strike risk is absolutely fine as far as I'm concerned. I will up the research rate just a little bit here, and then what we will do instead of all of the shenanigans we were doing, or we were going to do with mergers, we will create a trust instead. So we'll create that trust, the Stonefaller Trust. I will also create a sneaky cartel. Now, if you're not sure what a sneaky cartel does, let's have a look at oh boy, which is the bigger company. I guess Stonefaller Trust PA1 is our main company. So this is the one that we're CEO of. Yeah. If we have a look there, we've got an income of 992 at the moment, which isn't amazing. It's actually gone down quite a bit, but hopefully our big building will finish, and we'll see an increase. If we go back to the company that I was just on, I don't need to jump back. I can can literally do it here. We can start a cartel. So we do a sneaky cartel. We'll put both of these companies into the sneaky cartel, and what that does initially is it has a 5% income bonus. So when we go to statistics here, we can now see that we're now making over 1 mil, and that income bonus will be applied to both this company and the other one. So it's a pretty good thing to do. You may as well. There's no reason not to. Cartels are the way forward. So now we're making some of that sweet cartel money. I'm going to start purchasing the next smallest oil company, and we'll just keep doing that until we've got more oil company than you can shake a stick at. That's deal 1. That's deal number 2. Incredibly good deal right there. That takes us up to 33.5% of the company. We need to get a bit more cash before I can continue though. So we need another cool 891,000 to buy out the rest of her shares. So we'll wait until we've got that. Okay, we'll see if we can deal with this guy. Try and get as many shares off of him as we can. He's got a big markup on the price though, which is pretty bad. So we're going to have to do some jiggery pokery here to try and get a good deal. Maybe not that much jiggery pokery. Might even push my luck and do a bit of a compromise. Yeah, that was pushing it maybe a bit too far. I'm just going to agree. That takes us up to 87.5% of this company, which is fantastic. Let's get that finance here. It might come in handy a bit later on. So yeah, this guy is now only a minor shareholder, so it'll only take 200,000 to get their shares, and this lovely lady 1.07 mil. So we're very close indeed. Okay, he's asking for a 420% markup now, which is absolute insanity. We are going to insist on the price and see if that works, and it hasn't. Oh boy, I don't want to pay 1.37 mil for the shares, so I'm going to risk making an enemy. Hopefully our etiquette will pay off for a change, and it has. Fantastic. While we wait for him to cool off, let's talk to Sophia and see if we can buy her shares. Luckily for us, Sophia is calm, so we can try this over and over again if we have to, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, there you go, straight away. I'll go for a compromise, just a Hail Mary. And we don't need it, so we'll agree there. So that takes us to 97.9%. And we really only have to mop up the shares that Samuel Taylor has when he's available again. So he's available Jan 10th, so I'll just go to then. So he's available again. Let's try again. See if we can actually get the shares anywhere near market price. Even a compromise takes us above market price. He doesn't want to sell the last shares in his company, and who can blame him? But we're gonna agree there, and that puts us at 100% of this company as well. Fantastic. And then we'll do as we do, and we'll jump into the good old trust and the sneak cartel, which would be absolutely fantastic. So now we're standing at control of 3 of the oil companies within this state. There's still Barnes Inc. to go. We need a cool 14 mil to buy them out, and we have a bit of fumble. We have a bit of stake in the banks as well. So this is pretty good. Okay, 4 mil in the bank. Let's start buying out Barnes Inc. I suppose we could go after Morgan Brothers, but yeah, no, we'll go after Barnes Inc. I will check in on Stonefaller Trust 1, PA1, and see how much is there in the reserve at the moment. 16 mil, not bad at all. Like I said, eventually we will merge all of these together. We will lose those fantastic trust and cartel bonuses, but we'll only do it once we've got all of those companies, and we're going to buy oil in a different state, because as soon as we move state, we can open up cartels again and get benefit from all of the bonuses that we previously had, which isn't too shabby at all. And we have the Wishmaker 15 out of 50 achievement. Always good to pick up these achievements sort of just by chance as we play the game. Oh, she's being a bit picky. I'm going to insist on the price here because I think she's asking way too much. I will now go for a compromise and see what happens. Oof, lots of risk of irritation here. We could make another enemy. Oh, but that's close enough to the ask price that I'll agree with it. Very good, and that puts us at 31.2% of this company. So, yeah, not too shabby. We've still got shares to buy our fur, but we'll keep going once we've got more cash. And we have another accident. I'm gonna try bribing. This is at our main company, so it would be devastating if we fail. It's a big drop in the company reserves, but it looks like we're fine. So, very good indeed. And look at that, we've got another Plutocrat achievement. Very happy about that. 103 mil out of 500 mil. Very good. We're definitely increasing our net worth at the moment. And that reminds me, sometimes you just need a bit more light in your life, which is why I'm going to buy this candelabra. Or at least I'm going to attempt to. 40k. Banging. That's another star for us as well by the looks of things. I don't know what to do with them, but I think maybe once we've got the majority of the companies in this state, we'll try and make friends with the governor and get some nice deals. It looks like the companies here are striking. This could be a good time to try and buy. Let's maybe just try and get a good deal with Richard here. See if we can hoover up some of this train company. Now, it probably would have been better to do this as our main company, though, right? Take advantage of that vertical integration. Let's just start negotiations and see what happens. We might not even come to a good deal, and we haven't came to a good deal, so maybe worthwhile failing. Let's see if our etiquette saves us on the chance of making an enemy. We don't quite make an enemy though, which is good. We fail the deal though. Yeah, this is perhaps one we would want to buy as our bank, not our bank, as our oil company instead. So let's have a look at the coffers. So yeah, look at that, 21 mil in reserve at the moment. So we could easily start hoovering up some of these smaller companies now. So maybe let's try at the bottom. And we'll try buying on behalf of our company here. And we've had another failure, which is shocking. But let's see if the etiquette pays off. Etiquette not paying off today. Not good indeed. That means we're losing rep. I can't be doing with losing rep. So I think what I'll have to do is give out some more small loans and increase our reputation, because our reputation is probably pretty bad at the moment. So yeah, it's gone down to 3 hats because of all of these bad deals. So we only need to give out 2 loans, but we'll do that now. And with that, that's our reputation back up to full, which is very good. Reputation, I think, plays into your ability to negotiate pretty strongly. So always important to have that negotiation pretty high if you can. Let's try again here and see if we make anything the second time round. Well, deal 1's gone okay. Deal 2's been good. In deal 3 we were paying a little above the odds. Deal 4 just below market price. Deal 6 we lost a lot of money on. Deal 7 was fine. And deal 8, though expensive, put us across the line. So we now own 100% of that company under the guise of our oil company. So pretty good. And I think other companies held, you can see here, Morgan Brothers, 100% under there. So very nice indeed. It is the holding company. Let's start by looking for a different CEO for this holding company though. Someone who's better at economics and who is unemployed would be pretty good. Let's maybe see if we can appoint someone like that. So yeah, this guy's unemployed. Let's hire that CEO, and I'll agree to it. Very good. And he's earning his salary though, and we don't have that much money in reserve. We need to up this production volume immediately. We could also take out a loan for the company because we don't want it to go bankrupt as soon as we buy it. We could just put money into it, I suppose, issuing stocks. Yeah, I suppose we could do that. That wouldn't be a bad idea, just up the capitalisation. Now the company should be able to survive at least one round of strikes. But let's see if we can also use an agent as well. Just on the off chance we can do a free concert and maybe end the strike immediately. That would be quite nice. So the concert's in play. Let's see if it nullifies, and it does, which is good. So maybe we put some money into that company where we didn't need to, so that we now have a reduced risk of strikes. That's good. It's 100% owned by our holding company, which is great. Let's have a look to see what it's making. It's making no money whatsoever. It's potentially worrying. There we go. Let's up the workers. We would of course agree. Let's up the work plan as well. Very nice. And I guess the work rate. Yeah, that needs to go up a little. Where's the tipping point? So yeah, 1.68. There, that's the tipping point. So we'll apply that. So the strike risk should be virtually nothing anyway. So this company is getting paid a decent whack. We do have cash in reserve. So at the moment 83,000 will be going into reserve. Can we expand? It would cost 350,000 for a small building, and as we ended up putting more money into it, we may as well actually go ahead and do that. And would it be worth just downing the dividend size slightly? So 335. I think the cost of the buildings does get progressively higher, but that should allow us to build buildings over and over again with this company. So let's just see how that sort of like pans out. Let's see how that's affected our main company. Not entirely. Let's see what the reserves are now. 14 mil. So still plenty of cash in reserve there, and that will go up by 3 mil. But yeah, we do have the other company shares there. 8.24 mil in the other company. So pretty good thing to do. Let's see if we can also buy this one. This one's, well, we won't be able to buy all of it, but we might be able to make headway into it. So can we speak to somebody who's got a sizable amount of shares? Stock market has a sizable amount of shares. Let's start with the cheapest guy then, and we've got a good price with the cheapest guy, which is very nice indeed. We get a courtesan there, so that's very good. Excellent deal here. I'm not even going to bother compromising. This guy played hard to get, and we may have another enemy on our hands, but hopefully we're eloquent enough, and we are. Lucky. Slightly above asking price from this guy, and at this point I feel compelled to check the reserves and find out that it definitely has enough there, so I don't need to worry too much about this company going bankrupt with a quarter of strikes. So yeah, I think we're a bit lucky there. Also looks like we've ran out of influence to acquire the rest of the company there, so I'll have to stop there. Let's check the amount of capital we've got in our main bank now, because we have hemorrhaged it quite a bit. Yeah, so that's down to 8.35 mil, but not to worry, we'll soon make that back. Let's do a company expansion before we buy any more shares, just so that this company is continuously growing. And yeah, it looks like we're still in the cartel, so that hasn't failed at all. Let's consider these stars. I'm not exactly sure where we need to place them. We've gone for finance. Well, we haven't gone for finance. We've gone for economics. We've put stars in management. We came with stars with bookkeeping. So that's a bonus anyway. We've got diplomacy is pretty darn good. We're as diplomatic probably as we can be. What we're not is very political. It might be worth putting a few more stars into politics. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Should we put stars into politics? Should we be trying to get the governor on side? That might be something that we're trying to do. Could definitely be beneficial for our main company, right? Once we start buying up other companies through Stonefaller Trust PA1, and especially when we start merging these companies together, it's definitely going to be a good idea. Let's review our quests here on the quests page. So our main quest, of course, is to reach a fortune of $1 billion by 1897, and it looks like we're about a tenth of the way there, 108 mil. So very good there. Very happy with our progress so far. In terms of our side quest, we need to control 80% of the oil production. We're currently at 1.72%, so there's a lot more for us to do there. But when it comes to federal law and the restrictions of activities of monopolies, say that 3 times as fast, we're fine. We don't have to worry about that just yet. But I've got a little feeling that a bit later down the line we will have to deal with that. So yeah, everything's going well. And with that, we're going to call that the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of those wonderful things. And until next time, goodbye.